Good morning. It's been raining again here, but nice weather with the sunshine and the rains. It was almost raining all the night. I could hear it when it's tropical here. Yeah, there was rain all the night, quite strong tropical rain. If I could just show you around, see how it looks like. Kind of beautiful where you see the clouds and there's a bit of blue sky. Yeah, and here as well, a little bit of sunshine. So yeah, but it was difficult, yes. No, I was feeling a bit low as well, with too many things happening in the life. It's been 2 months I've been in Goa, stuck, didn't travel anywhere. I was trying to figure out what I do day to day basis. Sometimes I'll go online on a camera, on Instagram Live, then I'll do a bit of yoga, and yeah, there was a plan to go to Scotland and meet up with the children. It didn't happen. The situation wasn't, environment wasn't conducive. Should I talk about it? Well, it's nothing not to talk about it. Well, the thing is, the expectations from me have been very high back in Scotland. Everybody expects me to do the things which I can't do anymore. The family itself, the boys have spent 7 weeks of their summer vacation indoors, and I have spent 8 weeks in Goa indoor. It's not helpful, separation between the couple. Well, when everybody was here together, every holiday we used to go somewhere. We used to keep ourselves busy. And then we decided not to be in the same country and start criticizing India is not good, and it's not true. No, India is really good, guys. Hey Kishan, Jai Shri Krishna, how are you? Yeah, so I use Instagram as a kind of video blogging. It more or less feels like, if you would have seen the movie The Martian. I don't know if you've seen that movie, The Martian. Yeah, every day you'll sit in front of a live telecast and record your own video and your own opinion, just to send that broadcast across, or hoping one day somebody will see your video and see your opinions, how you were spending the life. Past 1 month, about, yeah, about last 1 month, month of August has been really bad about my cooking. I haven't. I've been surviving on boiled potatoes mostly. Haven't gone to buy vegetables, but being forced to go or not to go was a nice question. I will go there and I'll do what? And now I can't go because there is a court order. So be it so. Court order will always be there, you know. These threats will always exist. Am I a better human being today after being here 7 months constant? Yeah, 7 months I've understood what I need for myself. What am I looking for in myself? My own shortcomings, to be very precise. You have to know by living alone what your own shortcomings are, what your own strengths are. Life is like this. Why do we hesitate to talk over a camera? Something which is in our heart. It's a pretty interesting question. Publicly, why don't you share? It's in the heart, right? And I have nobody around me. So if I'm talking on a camera, anybody can see it, anybody can hear it. That's my opinion. Yeah, last I was on the pilgrimage in the month of June, and then I came back. Yeah, in the month of May and June, I was doing this pilgrimage, and around 10th of June, I was back in Goa. Then I went for about a week's time, yeah, to see my parents and my grandmother. And after that, I was back in Goa since 20th of June. And I have tried to book the tickets to go to Scotland in between. I've tried to book the tickets in April. I've tried to book the tickets in July. It just didn't happen. I just kept on thinking what I'm going to do. I had a routine of yoga. I was cooking. I was trying to learn cooking, trying to focus on my own health. Did I come out strong with being alone? I guess everybody comes out strong by being alone. The children will come out strong by being alone, but do you want to be alone is the question. Whom are you trying to prove it all? Sometimes there is no need to be alone, unless you are needed to be alone. At my age, maybe, yeah. Yeah, so I could not go back. And now maybe it is too late. No. If I did not go back in June, July, and August, why am I upset on 29th of August that I want to go now? What is the purpose of going back now? When 7 months I have lived isolated. A difficult question, right? That's the way human life is. You know, I might have written it down in my journal, but the reality is standing in the queue at the immigration in Britain when I don't want to be in Britain. It's very difficult. As a matter of fact, even going to Germany is difficult for me today because my healing does not happen. That is not my home. Europe is not my home. That's the thing. I'm trying to figure out what is my home. Is India my home? Is Nepal? Is Bhutan? It's all this area somewhere in the Himalayas. That's my home. But every time somebody will ask me to take a flight and go and live in for 2 months in Europe, even 5 days is difficult. Very difficult. Yeah, so I could not go. I had a chance. My I don't have any restrictions to enter United Kingdom. No restrictions at all. And that's been the case till today, from January till August. That's been the way it is. I had no restrictions whatsoever to go anywhere in United Kingdom, but I have not been to United Kingdom by my own choice, because every time I end up at the airport, at the immigration, I do not feel okay. I wasn't missing my office, the home. The telephones with the children and the photographs of the children were restricted by Laura. The only way I could contact any of them was by writing the letters, which I know they are receiving the letters and they are reading the letters as well. So, yeah, letters are reaching. It's not that the letters are not reaching them. I have written something like in past 1 year almost. One of my letter is a 4-page letter of a notebook. I must have written around 300 letters. By the end of November, that will make it 365 letters, one letter per day, because there are 4 people I write letter to. So, yeah, the only way of communication I found to express myself in this moment was through letters. I've written letters to my father, I've written a letter to my mother, to my wife, to the children, and I've just expressed what was the situation here and what was I trying to do. And in between all of this, the children had 7 weeks of holidays and I could not join them, because I will go there and there will be a disaster. Me and Laura will have expectations from each other and we cannot fulfill those expectations, and in between the children will always suffer. The children should not suffer in the parents' dispute. The high expectations of Laura to be able to expect that I can change something. I can't change anything. I am going through a phase of my own healing. Everybody needs time to heal. Who knows what is, you are seeing me on the camera and you think everything is alright with this fellow. What's wrong? I was working a lot in UK, and it was excessive work, when you are doing excessive work, you are ignoring the family, and then you sometimes go about ignoring yourself. And when you are ignoring yourself, you're not satisfying the heart. You know, it was last year in Rishikesh when I was first time. I spent about 2 months in Rishikesh trying to learn yoga and meditation, and that was the first time I had an alternative idea, an alternative view of my own life and my own achievements. And then I was like, come on, it also exists, I wasn't really happy. I wasn't happy, and I am in India. And being in India, why don't I take a flight tonight and go to UK? I should go to UK. I've got an office over there. I've got a home over there. I've got children over there. Why I'm not going? Because I don't want to be there. I've tried long enough for that place to accept and to give me something better. Except giving the money, okay, Britain has nothing to offer. As a matter of fact, even Germany will not offer you anything. But it will offer you money, plenty of money. You will have a house, you will have a better job, a stable job, you will make a good income. I've got a house. I've got 3 houses. And 3 houses, does it help? I'm still living in an apartment. So that's the question. You can buy 5 houses in this world, but if you are not satisfying what's deep inside your heart, then that's where the problem is. Trying to take the things back in your own control. So that's what happened with me at Rishikesh. I was in meditation and I realized that where I have wasted and what I need to do. So I went back last year to see everybody in Scotland, and I tried to solve everything very calmly. Solve this, solve that. But sometimes, if you try to solve too many things, you will again forget yourself. I also have a life, my own life. And if I feel at any point of time that my own life is not worth helping others, then I have to take that break. It's called a rehabilitation break. In all your human life, you will spend time in serving others. While serving others, you forget yourself. If you are forgetting yourself, then take the time out and work out on yourself. So the first importance is us, yourself. That's applicable for people who have forgotten themselves. Unless you know what you need, you will be always upset with the other people. You're not going to treat any human being correctly. In the year 2016, I left the home in 2016 in Scotland. and I came back into India in 2017, February 2017. On February 2017, it was not so good behavior. You know, people come from abroad and they expect life to be good in India. Life isn't that easy in India because you have left comfort of UK, of Britain, and you are in Asia. There is a difference between Europe and Asia. And I must have mistreated a lot of human beings. In India, I'm talking about 1 year, thinking that we have this power. What is the power? The power is only that you have more money than the other person in India. This is the only power you have. There is no other power. The only power you can exercise as a human being is the power of the money. There isn't any other power I can think about at this moment. Unless you have political power, you have diplomatic power, or you have some, that tele telekinetic powers, telekinetic powers of picking up things and with your hand and ooh like that. That's another uh, kind of dimension. Telekinetic powers. I don't have any telekinetic power, so the only thing I can say to people is I've earned a lot of money. Now, what is money? So, before you do anything, you have to become that zero. You have to empty yourself. Once you have emptied yourself, then you can look inside who your real character is. You need to find yourself. So, probably I had lost myself, and I started a procedure in the month of May 2018 to explore who am I? What is my identity? What is making me so sick? And I shared some of these thoughts with my father. I shared some of these thoughts with my wife. But nobody understands. Because people are mostly concerned about their own life. They are not concerned about your life. Only you are concerned about your own life. And if you ignore your own life in serving somebody else, then you're never gonna achieve anything. Yeah, there is a thing. We are born to serve, but we are also born to take care of ourselves. There is no excuse in this world that a man goes to work for 8 hours, comes back home, and because his job is so tiring, he will consume 250 ml of whiskey to go to sleep. That's not the notion of life. The notion of life where you are destroying yourself for the job. Change your job, not your health. You have to understand where is your boundary. And in 2019, right? Because now I'm writing my journal and I've written something like 1,000 pages. So I discovered a very interesting fact. I discovered that the change in me happened way back in 2012. The change did not happen in 2016. This change had happened long ago, before the actual crisis to happen. In 2012, I had a moment when I approached my partner and I said, I need to go and learn yoga from Rishikesh. So it was 2012 when I have asked, but actually I arrived in Rishikesh in 2018, 6 years after. So can you imagine? It took 6 years of my life to reach to the place where I wanted to be in 2012. This was important. This was an important discovery. To know yourself. I could have saved my life from getting derailed, to be in better control, to be respectful to my immediate family, to be caring and nurturing if I would have focused on myself way back in 2012. If I would have got six months, even 3 months off to go and explore, find out what's in my mind. Sometimes it is the bank account which will keep a human being. Sometimes it is a factory which will keep a human being. Sometimes it is a big house which will keep a human being. But what about your real self? Something is always stopping you. Unless you leave everything, you're not going to find yourself. To really find yourself, you have to leave everybody and everything and then go down to being an orphan, a zero. Then from that zero starts your new self. Because look, zero is a number which has no value, okay, we all know this. But 0 can become 10, it can become 100, it can become 1,000, and it can also become 1,000,000. Unless you were to become a 0, there is no option. No. All the time something will be stopping your personal development. Develop yourself personally, don't lose yourself. And that's what I do on the Instagram. It's a kind of a vlogging, video blogging for me, as I already said. It gives me comfort to share, record and share. Sharing is a good way of expression, guys. Whoever is watching my video today should understand. Express yourself, share your thoughts, put it on the video, go back and look at it. Maybe somebody in this world will see your opinion and come back one day and say, well, I kind of understand you. And maybe I'm learning also from you. So we all learn from each other. Look, I'm here on the video and I'm talking with you. And maybe down the line, somebody sees that video on YouTube and says, oh yeah, he's right. That's been a very big challenge in my life. To be where I want to be for what? That's not alright. We threaten each other, In relationships, we threaten each other. We don't nurture and love each other. We are threatening people. We are threatening even our partners. To achieve something. We want to achieve a bigger house, we want to achieve a bigger factory, and we want to achieve a stable life. But what if somebody doesn't want to be where he is? What will you do then? Am I not happy here where I am? Is God not taking care of me? Is the children's school not around here? Yes, everything is here. So my question is, what were you doing where you were? Why were you stuck there? Maybe you were weak. You had certain habits inside you which was making you weak. Don't have those habits. Change. Change yourself, make yourself strong. Find out what was making you weak. Because the weakness is similar to a man coming back from a job and drinking 250 ml of whiskey, going to sleep, waking up next morning. What good is that job which asks you to drink 250 ml of whiskey every evening or even on the weekends? Why do you need it? Why such kind of recreation is needed which is destroying yourself? No, don't need it. Just find it out. Don't destroy yourself. I guess that's enough for today. I hope you will enjoy it, and I'm going to upload it on YouTube as well. And if any of you want to do the same, just do some video blogging. Talk about yourself, guys. Lighten up your heart. Just be natural. Take care. Bye.